Let's look at a kind of template for 5-paragraph essay. Here we have a 5-paragraph essay template. As you see at the top, we have the topic of the text, I mean the 5-paragraph essay. Then we have introduction paragraph. This is one paragraph. And in the second paragraph, we have a body paragraph. As you see, the first body paragraph appears then. Underneath, we have the second body paragraph. This is the third paragraph from the top, and the fourth paragraph is the third body paragraph. As you see here, we have 3 body paragraphs in the middle, and at the end we have a conclusion paragraph. And at the top of your text, I mean the 5-paragraph essay, we have a hook here, or better to say it is a motivator here. We have a motivator here which motivates readers to read the rest of text. This means that we have to actually convince the readers, we have to motivate them to read the rest of our text. So it should be interesting enough to attract the attention of readers. Then we have the teach statement with blueprint. This means that we should actually take a position here and list some 3, better to say, because we have 3 paragraphs here, 1, 2, and 3. We should have a list of 3 reasons why we are writing this text, or 3 actually classes of the category, I mean subclasses of that category. And then we have transition. This transition can be a short sentence here, and it actually conjoins the first paragraph to the second paragraph. I mean, it is relating the first paragraph to the second. And after that, we have the second paragraph. As you see, this is the first body paragraph. We have here a list of things, 3 things, as you know in the blueprint. Then the first one of them, I mean the first of those 3 should be discussed here. It might be, or it's better to say, it should be the strongest point. The strongest point, if you are arguing something, the strongest should be here at the first position, and then we should discuss it here right after the introduction, I mean right after the introduction paragraph. And then we should have some examples, explanations, citations, anecdotes, or some other actually background which should support this. We call them supporting details. Then we have to support this actually statement here. Most of the time we call this statement, the first statement, the topic sentence. This actually specifically is called in 1-paragraph essays. We call the first sentence, or the first few sentences, which actually arguing the most important point here in this paragraph, I mean in the 1-paragraph essays, it is called topic sentence. And then we have to actually write this transition to go to the 3rd paragraph. The 3rd paragraph is the weakest point. This means that if we have 3 reasons or 3 classes, 3 arguments, the first should be the strongest, the second should be the weakest, and the third should be the second strongest. So we actually write the weakest point here. Then some examples and explanations should be actually backing that point. And at the end we have a transition, as you see, to join this paragraph, I mean the 3rd paragraph, to the 4th. And then we have the 4th paragraph, I mean the 3rd body paragraph. At that paragraph we have to actually include the second strongest point here, and we should back it here. We should support it with details. Then we have to actually prove that actually our position or our argument is correct, and then we have to go to the last part of the paragraph. This is called transition, which is joining this paragraph to the last paragraph. In the last paragraph we have restated thesis and some other things, and clincher and some other things. The titles, the names might be different. Here it is written as hook, but in some actually places, in some books, in some sources, or some other actually authors believe that you should call it motivator. There is a difference between the names here, but actually the content is the same. The differences might be very superficial here. Might be actually there might be some differences on actually with regard to names or titles here or subtitles here, but the content is almost always the same. And you have to actually end the conclusion paragraph, I mean the fifth paragraph here, with actually a conclusive sentences. For example, you have to conclude here. You can use some words, some phrases like in sum, in short, in conclusion, or something like this, which shows the finality of the paragraph. I mean the finality of the 5-paragraph essay. This is a simple schematic structure of a 5-paragraph essay. The story is the same, similar, not the same. It's similar for one paragraphs. It is similar, not the same. And if you put some single one paragraphs, one beside the other one, if they are related to the same point, I mean the same topic, then you can actually put them together and put them in the order of, or in the format of a 5-paragraph essay. You know that most of the time you as an IELTS taker, as an IELTS applicant, have to learn such 5-paragraph essays, because in that test, I mean in the exam of IELTS, TOEFL, or the exams like that, you have to write a 5-paragraph essay, or sometimes you have to write a 4-paragraph essay. The structure is the same in 5-paragraph essay and 4-paragraph essay, but in 4-paragraph essays you have to have 2 body paragraphs, not 3. But here in 5-paragraph essays we have 3 body paragraphs, 1 introduction and 1 conclusion. I mean totally you have to have 5 paragraphs. But in IELTS there might be cases when you have to answer these tasks 2 in only 4 paragraphs. I mean introduction and conclusion and 2 body paragraphs. So you should prepare yourself with this schematic structure, I mean the outline here, and prepare yourself, practice. This can be used very flexibly with when you are writing to answer different questions, when you are writing to do some term papers, for example, when you're writing your assignments. So you have to be fully aware of how to write 5-paragraph essay, and you should be aware of the structure here.